Thank you for stopping back in. Today we have another Christmas project. We got some decor going on here. So I made this little simple to make door hanger, wall hanger, whatever you want to call it. This one I made out of basswood using my Cricut. But we're going to do one out of paper and one using chipboard. I've got one of each. I made this whole thing is all out of the basswood, which, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with basswood on the Cricut. It dulls your blade so bad, so it takes me forever to cut out. If you have like a jigsaw or Glowforge or something like that, you can cut it out quicker than the chipboard or than the Cricut can. All I did in Design Space was take simple circles. The buttons are out of wood. The face I had the Cricut do out of vinyl. It's a cute little face. And then the hat I painted and put a little vinyl here. And then I had these in my sticker stash. And then I made a banner for him. And you could put like just even welcome on the banner. You can put whatever you want. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, you know, whatever you want. And or just plain old welcome if you want to leave it up for the, you know, the winter season and everything. So that's up to you. Got two different versions. This one I overlap the circles, and I have a different one, so I will show you that. And this one's just painted, no glitter. I know a lot of people don't like glitter or don't like, you know, blingy stuff, so I kept this one fairly simple. But of course the next two will be blingy. So let's do the paper one first. If you guys watched my other videos where I make the wreath out of paper, all this is 6 layers of cardstock. And when I use white, this is all I use. You know, so even if I use colored instead, because like you want to match your, like here for the hat, and I'll be gluing some of the layers together. So here for the hat, I did black, okay? So I got a couple layers to glue together. We'll do that. The circles I already did because I like to, after you glue them, I like to put them under something hard so that they stay flat. Otherwise, they tend to buckle on you. So make sure you do that step. You know, so like I'll do, like I have a couple, so I'll put these here and I'll put another thing, a ream of paper on top, and let it sit overnight. So then they're nice and flat and gorgeous. So these are all ready. While they're gonna get covered anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's 6 layers, and then we're going to put a glitter layer over the top. We're going to do that quickly while we work on assembling the other parts. So very easy. So then I cut this out with a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you know, find some dinner plates or, you know, whatever else you have around the house, a vase, a glass, whatever, and make your own circles. If you don't, like I said, you got a jigsaw or anything like that, you can cut your circles out. I'm not real steady with like a craft knife and stuff like that, so that's one of the reasons I really got the Cricut to begin with years ago, is because I have rheumatoid arthritis, so I don't have a lot of strength in my hands sometimes. Some days are better, some days are worse. Right now we're doing really good, but I was having trouble with card bases, even making cards back then, and when I kind of stumbled upon the Cricut. So that's what I do. So let's get these toppers on here. We're just going to put them on. And get these drying while we work on the hat and stuff. And this is just a Cricut glitter, which again, you can get, you can't get, you know. And I love their glitter cardstock, but of course, right now they're pretty much out of every color again. Thought we'd do something simple. I've been doing the wreaths for a few holidays, but it's something, and this is, I thought, so cute and so simple to make. Let's try to get that on there straight. Almost threw it right out of my hand. Get that little extra glue. I'm using the bigger nozzle On this, still loving my precision glue gun. Still loving it, but I got the bigger nozzle in today. Okay, so while we are sitting here, I'm going to put these under, and I got another stack over here. I'll just put it under this one just to keep it while we're doing the other stuff. So let's work on the hat. So again, I already have 4 layers put together, and we're going to put 2 more layers on top, and it's just the Michael 65-pound cardstock. If you go back and watch some of my videos with let's see, the wreaths, I think there was a Easter one, forget which I all did. You'll see more of, you know, I'm just cutting out the layers and gluing them together to make it my own chipboard is all I'm doing. If you don't have chipboard, don't have basswood, make your own. Now, of course, the paper ones and stuff aren't weatherproof, but if you have like a covered patio, or like, I know in Wisconsin here, most of our doors, we have screen doors. I got that one on a little crooked, you know, so you can put that in between the 2 doors. The wood one, basswood, would be okay. I would spray it with like a finish, clear top coat. Okay, so we have the hat, and now we're going to put the black Cricut glitter cardstock on top. This way you guys can see what it looks like with plain or with a glittery cardstock. Of course, I like the glittery cardstock. Just use... as best you can here. That's why I used the black, and I see a little off, but that's okay. And if you don't like you can see a little bit of white because this is a white core cardstock, you can take some black ink and go around it. I mean, it's going to be up flat anyway, so it's not going to really show that much. Okay, then we did a little red piece for his hat. It's going to go right there. Just a very cute way and very easy. Even if you do the paper one, it does not take long at all to cut or layer those paper pieces together. So like I said, you don't have any chipboard around. Now chipboard is something like, you know, I can't cut chipboard by hand, so you'd need something to help out with that. And I used Cricut chipboard, which is like 2 millimeters, but I think that cuts the best. Okay, there we go. And for his little hat, I have a couple things. We will get one of these I have in my stash from Temu or AliExpress, one of them. So it's just like a fabric, kind of like holly leaves with the little pom-poms. And we'll put that up there like that. Adorable. So I should bring you guys a little bit further in, down, up, this way. As you can see, just going to put a bunch of glue on the back. And we'll just position that how we kind of like it. Put that there. Okay, that's his hat. We'll leave that off to the side for right now. Now we're going to work on the banner. Same thing, I did the Michaels. I mean, where's my chipboard? So here's a piece of chipboard, and you can see it's not quite as thick. And you can make this as thick as you want, but it's still quite sturdy. So you can put as many layers on there as you want to. That doesn't matter. That's up to you. Make sure I've got that the right way. Just play around with it. It doesn't take much to cut out on the Cricut to cut these pieces out because I'm doing basic shapes here. So there's nothing, no tricky shapes or anything like that. They're just basic shapes. And the face done with vinyl works quite well. Okay, we got one more on here. I love this. I'm not sponsored, but let me tell you, this has changed. I never put the cap on it. The cap sits here for decoration. There's what the cap is. Because look, it's a pretty cap. So the cap sits there. I never cap it, and I've never had a clogging issue. It will, as it's sitting there, it will kind of crust over, and you just pull that off, and you're ready to go. So I have not had, and I've used both size needle or tips on there. So I do have a video for that if you didn't see it. But like you can see, I'm hardly even squeezing on it. And your bottle is always upside down, so you don't have to worry about shaking your glue to the bottom because it's always upside down. So it's ready to go whenever you want it. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna put, I already have everything printed out. I got the Happy Holidays here. Have it all printed out. I weeded it all, got it ready on the backing paper, the transfer tape, I mean. I'm just gonna pull that off. Put it down. You pull kind of almost flat like this. If it doesn't come up, just kind of push it back down. And of course, because I'm on video, it's going to be difficult. And if you just kind of pull it, if I pull it the right way, it would help. I pull the backing off. It works out easier that way. Okay. Now we are just going to kind of center that on there. And it will stay quite well on this glitter. I'm going to kind of put it on a slight angle here. What I do is after I put it down, I take a bone folder or something and I help rub it down. And I have not had a problem with it peeling off. In fact, I think I got a spare one here that I made for somebody else because I need another one. That one's all, I don't have to, it hasn't come off yet. And that one's on the glitter. I'm giving some of these away as gifts, so I needed to make 4 of them all together. Okay. Then you just kind of go, and if it doesn't come off yet, just rub it down. And I just kind of lay my down flat and just pull. And be careful you don't use the wrong transfer tape, which I have been known to do. Just be patient. It's all about patience. Okay. And then I just kind of rub over it. And there we have our banner. Okay, now the face I don't put on until I put him together and put his hat on because you don't exactly know where to position it. So let's get our pieces here. Now again, with these ones, we're just going to overlap. I have a different style next. We're just going to overlap a little bit, however much you want. And again, here's where I would let it sit for a few hours. Make sure we get him on there so he looks somewhat straight. And usually I'll just put on Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put the head back on. I'm generous with the glue here because it is going on glitter. Okay, and I'm just gonna and then I have the arms already done. On the other one, well, I'll show you the arms and we'll put some paper on. These are already done. They are with the brown paper and then the brown overlay. So they'll go on a certain way. What I kind of do is position them on there first and put my banner on kind of where, because I want to go on an angle and I want to make it look like he's holding the banner somewhat. So right about there maybe, give or take. Again, let's take some more gently. We'll put that on there. Put that one right up there. And you got a little bit of time. It takes a little longer to dry. That looks good. Get a clip on there without moving everything. Okay. Now let's move this down. We'll put his hat on him or her. Say this is a he. Okay, just position his hat on kind of where you'd like it. Isn't he adorable? All right, so what else we're gonna do? Just gonna kind of bring the glue down to the bottom here. And then put that over like that. There. Okay, get the glue off my hands. You know, you get if you don't get enough glue on your hands. Okay. Now, that is a cute little face here. Okay, let's take this off. And we'll position his face. Hope you guys are enjoying all my Christmas projects I've been doing. If you have any requests for anything, let me know. Okay. Now we're just going to kind of center it here. I'm going to try to do this without his eye looked like it moved, but let me see on this one. Nope, it's in the right spot. Okay, let's try center him where we think we want him. I'm trying to do this without lifting them up. I'll go with that. If you can draw, good for you. Not so much me. We're going to do one with buttons. That much I can do. So the next one we're going to do with buttons. We're going to use buttons for his eyes and stuff. I'm not the best drawer, so, I mean, I could probably do a mouth and a, you know, but I'm giving these away. So I'd like them to look somewhat professional. Look at him. Isn't he cute? And their Cricut Design Space has tons of faces, you know, so you can go on there and look what you want. I am going to use a pokey tool for this. I don't need to put transfer tape on. Just going to take one off, put it on the end of my pokey tool, and position it where his little cheeky buds are. Snowmen are one of my favorite things for the holiday season. And like I said, you can leave your decorations out a little longer with snowmen. Okay, yeah, so rub them down. Okay, now watch how the nose changes his face. Cute. Just watch when you put this nose down. And it just changes the look. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Rub it down a little bit. And then for his buttons, all I did was cut out 3 glitter circles. So I should tell you these circles too. I will have the design space file for you guys, but I'll quick tell you in case you want to make this own. 6, biggest one is a 6-inch circle. Then is this 5 even? Then the middle one is a 5-inch circle. And then a 4-inch. So 4, 5, 6-inch. These little buttons are 1 inch. So in case you want to, like I said, cut your own, make your own. Okay, let's put his buttons on, then we'll put him aside to dry while we work on the other one. The other one's a little different. And you can put on as many buttons as you want, or little, I guess they're his buttons. I like to have one right down here, extend his little coat. Okay, let's get that out of our way. Now, I think this will be dry enough where I can at least put his banner on. Okay, so we got his banner on. Something like that. Like I said, don't have to be perfect. Just 2 corners. And then I'm going to take a clothespin, my trusty little clothespins, and there we have one done. We'll take these off. We'll let them sit while we're working on the other one. Isn't he cute? Okay, put him over here for just a minute. Keep him close by. Now for this one I stacked. I layered them, I stacked them. Now you might not like that look. So what I did is, we got the chipboard here. What I did was take a little notch out here. So we can just set them in like that. So then they're totally flat. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 options here. You could just simply overlap them, which looks fine. Gives them some dimension. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you like the little smoother look, you can do this. So let's put on, first of all, we'll put on our paper. Again, this is the Cricut chipboard. It's 2mm thick. It cuts great. It cuts better than some of the ones I've gotten off of Amazon that are even thinner. So I stick with my Cricut chipboard. And so far that I can pretty well get. So what we're going to do is just going to glue. And I'm doing the glitter again. Yes, I know I'm doing glitter. But who I'm giving it to, I know will like the glitter. Okay, so we're just going to get this up. I'm going to pick it up so I can make sure we got it on right and even. Okay. I'm going to tuck that one over here and flatten it while we work on the other ones. That just helps. Just take that extra time and do that while it dries. Just kind of put it under something to flatten it. It does help the look of the project in the long run. If you're going to make this, and like I said, this costs nothing to make because you're, especially this one, you're using all paper. Costs nothing to make. Okay, I'm gonna stick this under this ream here. And we'll stick his little head under there while we work on everything else, which is not much to get together on some of those. Come back here. Doesn't that just look like glistening snow? Okay, it looks better in person. Okay, put that one under there. Be good. Okay, so then all we're gonna do is we will glue this down to the chipboard. Okay. Now, yes, on chipboard, you will see the brown, but this is going against, like, so it's going to be laying down flat like this against your wall, door, whatever. No one's really going to see the edges. It's no different than having wood signs and everything. So there's no problem with that. Let's make sure it's glued down. Okay, now let's do the hat. Same thing, we're just gonna glue that onto there. I'm one that will try to make before I buy something. So, and something so simple like this, that looks so cute on your door. That one over there. Get off there. Piece of paper. Now I got glue on there. But don't worry, it'll dry clear. Okay, we have his red hat band. Okay, now his arms. I didn't have brown glitter, so he doesn't get brown glitter. Now you want to make sure you have one going each way. So you want these points down here. You want one to go in the opposite direction. So you want them like that. Okay. So you want one point on this side, one point on this side. That on. Just gonna wipe my tip off just a little. Good thing with glue is you have a few seconds to move it around. Okay, now let's put some of the decorations on. Now we will still use a piece of glue there. There we go. We will still use the vinyl for the happy holidays. There you go. And again, I will have that Cricut file in the description if you have a Cricut. If not, it is, like I said, it's pretty simple just to find some circles around the house. I used to have this fish scarf thing years ago that cut circles of all sizes. I think I destashed that years ago when I wasn't like crafting as much, and I had different things. That once I got the Cricut, I got rid of some of that stuff because it was too hard for me to hand cut things anyways. So I tended to get rid of a lot of things back then. Come on, stay down, why? Okay, so there we have. I just go over it a little bit quick and make sure it's all flattened down. Okay, we have the hat, we have the Happy Holidays, and the, like I said, with face, we're gonna do the buttons. Okay, and for his hat, this was a button, so I just cut the shank off. Now, sometimes when you cut that shank off, if it has a middle piece like this, it will fall out. I just put a little glue in there and nestled that back in there. So this one, it did not always, but it will. So that's how you do that. Let's see, I'll put him on this side. Like that. So don't worry about that. Just glue it down. Because that's how I use most of my buttons, the decorative buttons. I cut the shank off. All right, that dry. That dry. All right, let's bring our little pieces back in here. Move you for a minute. All right. Okay, so I want to use my grid to put the 2 points against the line so I know my snowman will stay straight, and then I'll do it with this one and make sure he's on there straight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little glue here, and then I made some things for the back to hold it more secure. So I'm going to put some little glue right here. Trust the process, guys. Okay, and I'm going to line that back up here. Put that in there. Turn it just a little bit. Okay, and then I'll take my rag. Okay, let's put the head on, and the head don't matter. He's just going to fit right in there. I should have did him upside down, but I will do it. Okay, give it a second dead here, and then we're going to flip them over because I have these little, these are just chipboard pieces. Do I have one? Yeah, this one I did it. So this one's made out of the chipboard too, and then I just use those pieces to help hold them together again too. It held just fine when I did it without the little pieces on the back, but because I'm giving it to someone, I just want to make sure it's going to be even more secure. It's going to probably fall, which I thought was going to happen, but that's okay because I should have flipped it to begin with. Okay, now all we're going to do is we're going to put glue on there and hold those pieces together. Some projects are hard to do on a video because you need some drying time for some things. we'll do the best we can here. Just put those there. And while that's over, I got these off of Amazon, and they're pretty flat. They're about 1/4 of an inch. I think, let's see what they are. Get my little ruler. Actually, 1/8 of an inch. So 1/8 of an inch wide, so they'll be pretty. They won't stick out too much, and it's just got this hanger bracket on it. So it's got a sticky back, so let's stick one of these on while we got it over this way. And I just stick it down right about in the middle. Okay, hopefully. Any glue down here? Let's get up. All right. All right, now we're gonna get the arms on. And I'm going to use some clips for those. I have some extra ones sitting here. I'll take it off. This should be dry enough. Take it off of there. Okay. Put that on there. And before I hook that one down, I kind of want to see, I think you want to come down a little bit, right about there. Trying to get in here. Okay. That'll be good. All right, let's get his hat put on. Position that in there. Let's take a couple clips again. Okay, let's see if we make sure he looks like he's straight. If he has a cockeyed hat, that's okay too. Use your clips. Okay. So now we have buttons. So I did not have no big plastic buttons for here, but I had these wooden buttons and I just painted them black. So we're gonna put these down here. But all the buttons I have, but it's so funny when I was looking through the buttons, I don't have a lot of didn't have a lot of black. I managed to find enough for this to give him a face and everything. And I know one of these are going to be hidden behind the sign, but you know, that's me. You don't have to. You don't have to put a sign on him either. You could just make the snowman. Well, this little guy is not going to get a nose because we don't have the nose down here. So that's okay. I could probably put one together quickly. Let me see, over here. See if I can cut this quick or not. So I have, these are little foam carrots that I had gotten. And let's see if I can do this. I need my knife to make this work. I don't know if I can do this with my scissors. But I will try. I don't even have, I don't even see a knife down. Let me see if I can get this cut or not. you'll see his nose in a picture. Okay, let's see if we got it or not. Beautiful. And there, so I just cut it in half. Is all I did. Here's the other half. We'll save for. Okay, whew, we did it. Okay, all right, so let's finish him up. These should be dry enough where we can put the banner on. So I don't like to do the face until I get things in position. Okay, get over here. There we go. Now, we have, what I like to do is kind of place everything first. Kind of see where we want them. And I have two of these that are a little bit bigger that we're going to put on the end. And it's just giving you another idea and another way to use buttons. Get that in here because I got to be able to fit his nose in there. And you guys can decide how you want to do that. Let's see if his nose will fit. Okay, this eye looks like he's up higher than the others. I think we'll call that good. You work with what you got, guys. So if you don't have a Cricut, got some buttons. Even if you don't, if they weren't black, you could still paint those black. It would take a couple of coats to paint that because they are plastic pieces, but you'd be able to do it. Or black buttons you can get fairly cheap in the store too. Okay, I'm looking at the camera because it's, I don't want to put my head in here. Go take these. That up there. Put these back so that I can get my spacing right. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know, guys. Don't have to be perfect. It'll be cute either way. Where all that white glue will dry clear. That's what I like about that glue. It will dry clear. And one more here. And I'll still have time to adjust them a little bit. Because on the glitter it takes a little bit longer. Cute. I'll go with it. And I'll put the carrot down. So yeah, look at your stash. And think of different ways you can use it. Like I didn't want the whole carrot because then it would have stuck up too far, but cutting it down like that worked out perfect. Isn't that cute? So there's a different way. I think we can probably take these off. I'll take them off of this one so you can see that. And we did not put, move you to the side for a minute. Let's put one of those hangers on the back of this one. And we'll show you the rest of them. Okay, just put that Alrighty, now this is our paper one, and it's a little wet yet, so we're gonna be careful. We'll get all the glue and stuff off. This is our chipboard one. Get this out of our way too. And bring in our basswood. That started it all. And I did little darker. I painted his hands a little darker on this one. And then we got the lighter so you can see the difference. And I used the same coloring for his face. But so you can see the difference between the sparkly one and just the painted. I don't know, I like them all. I'll hang them all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and you'll give it a try. Remember, I'll put the Design Space file in the Cricut Design Space file in the description for you. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoy your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.